Hi guys. Welcome to Finance Chanakya. Here we are gonna talk about boycotting Chinese products. How practical is the boycott of Chinese products in India? We all know that India and China are two of the fastest growing economies in the world. So if we thought we could just skip all this and use Indian made materials, it would be an easy task. The trade deficit between India and China is the largest. It is noteworthy that India imports 7 times more than China exports. India imports more than $50 billion from China and exports $2.5 billion worth of goods to China. It is a well-known fact that Chinese products are cheaper than their Indian counterparts. In addition, the Chinese government subsidizes exporters. Even though India spends around 9% on transportation and energy, this exceeds India's import duties on China. To avoid import tariffs, many Chinese firms use trans-shipping routes, exporting goods to Bhutan and then India. Can India really boycott Chinese products? India imports a large number of raw materials, such as steel and minerals from China. In the event of a boycott of imports from China, this can only be done in respect of finished, fully manufactured and imported goods, but cannot prevent the importation of raw materials from China. India imports consumer durables such as electrical equipment, mobile phones, cars, medicines such as leprosy and antibiotics from China. China's smartphone market in India is worth over $8 billion. If India plans to boycott Chinese products, India's GDP will shrink significantly. Since the launch of Prime Minister Modi's Make in India campaign, a number of Chinese firms have set up their units in India, employing millions of workers in India. If India boycotts Chinese products, these companies may face pressure from Chinese officials to stop production in India, which will result in hundreds of workers being unemployed. As mentioned above, India imports 7 times more from China than it exports. It is impossible if India plans to boycott Chinese products before it can find a substitute for price and availability. Thus, India's GDP may shrink. It is worth noting that almost all the products we use have little China. Smartphones, laptops, and air conditioners that we use in our everyday life have some of the parts that are manufactured in China. We must understand that the current production process is interconnected. For example, making a phone with the help of Chinese workers and land, has investments from China and may have Made in India tag. In a nutshell, in this age of globalization, there is a lot of material behind the product. Many countries in the world have tried to boycott products from different countries before but have failed due to the complicated process. In 1930, China tried to boycott all Japanese products in protest against Japanese colonization but failed. In 2003, US tried to boycott French goods, in protest of France's refusal to send troops to Iraq after 9/11, but failed. What is the alternative? Sonam Wangchuk recently answered a number of questions about boycotting Chinese products. He stated that the customer was king. This means that users should stop using Chinese products. Within a week, he wanted a boycott of Chinese software, and within a year's time, Chinese hardware, finished and indispensable products, essentials, and raw materials. The boycott of Chinese products can be implemented only if there is an import substitute in India. This means that products imported from China can be made in India, but this is impossible in the short term. We have to lend more to our local companies. In addition, the government must provide infrastructure and services to enable Indian companies to compete with China. India may boycott Made in China products, but as Sonam Wangchuk stated, it is sure to be planned, otherwise it's gonna be a failure.